Yeah. Hey, yo, check this out. Stay Motivated Podcast, Season 2, Episode 29, featuring Mandy Rae. Hey, it's going down. Oh, it's about to get real. Y'all know what time it is. Let's go. Yeah. Check this out, y'all. Stay Motivated Podcast, Season 2, Episode 29. It's your host, your homie, your dog, Terry, a.k.a. Tobin Frost, a.k.a. Young Denzel Washington, a.k.a. Mr. Pop That Champagne for My Pain. I have a superstar in the building tonight, Miss Mandy Rae. Go ahead, introduce yourself, tell people where to find you at on social media, and then we're going to get to rocking and rolling.
All right, so it's your girl, Mandy Rae. I told them that's what the people from the country call me, but the people from the city call me Mandy B. So it's your girl, Mandy B, in the building. Hey. You can find me on Instagram at 1988_classic. I'm a 1988 classic because I was the first baby born in my county of that year, 1988. I'm telling my age now. Don't be looking me up no further. and then it's my full government on Facebook, Mandy Rae Ballard.
The whole government.
I ain't got nothing to hide.
Well, I'm glad she told y'all that because y'all ain't gonna find out my full government. So we'll go ahead and jump right into it while we here. So. Gem spitters. So I checked your page out. It's real inspirational. So tell me, where did you get the idea? Where did it originate? What is Gem Spitters?
Okay, so I do have a page on Facebook, and it is called the Gem Spitters, like he said. Basically, I got the idea for the page because I'm real passionate. Anytime I find someone who's spitting that real truth, what me and some of my people call the capital T truth of
capital
life.
T.
Okay? Spitting that real stuff, no holding back, It's something about like when someone speaks or spits a knowledge that's an intrinsic feeling amongst a large group of people or amongst a humanity, things like that. When it resonates from deep within, I find that a spitting or a speaking of the truth with a capital T. So, I think that I created the page because I think that, I don't know, what I find the truth, I'd love to constantly share and give that out to others and, keep that passed along. And there are many people that are like Tony Robbins and like Vishen Lakiani. I mean, these are names that I don't know if you know, but if you look these people up, you will find life truths that may or may not resonate with you, but they definitely resonate with me. And I find a likeness in what they say. So like I said, I just post it so that I can share it, and I think these people need to be highlighted.
Right. So who's your favorite what word am I looking for? Not person. Who's your favorite influencer?
My favorite influencer. Wow. Oh man, that's really hard. I would say influencer or person that I find that speaks that wisdom.
Yeah. Who's your wisdom wizard?
Oh gosh.
If you want to say.
I mean, I don't have a favorite, but I'll tell you, I pull from like the people that I mentioned, Tony Robbins. Sometimes I hear Oprah, spit some valuable gems and I ride on what she says. Or like I said, Vishen Lakiani is a good name to follow. He has a book called The Code of the Extraordinary Mind, and it allows you to go in and really filter out like what is BS BS stuff that you've, carried along and believed in that society has handed over versus what, made up belief systems and things like that, or
Right.
or what you really should be, operating in your highest self versus societal standards. Let's see. There's a guy on YouTube. His name is Muji. I've yet to share any of his stuff yet. Muji. On my page, but he's a very grounded, simple man who has seemed to find happiness and joy from, like I say, the simple things in life versus materialism and all these other things.
Okay. I like that. So, say either on a day-to-day basis or... say you're having a bad day or you're having a bad morning or whatever the case may be. What's your favorite quote that helps you get over the hump that you'll read or you'll think of?
Well, the first one is, "This too shall pass."
This too shall pass.
Yes, and I say that because as everyone knows and has experienced, every moment is already in passing. It's, in my opinion, the best way to be is to live as much of fully in the current moment as possible. However, the reason for that is because this moment is passing, which means every moment thereafter and before is passing, has passed, or is still passing. So this too shall pass. I know that. We know that. We've been through this before. We always find a way out. That too. So that would come next. This too shall pass. I always find a way out. So I know I'm going to make it. I may not know how I'm going to get to where I'm going, but I know I'm just going to keep pushing through and I'm going to get there.
Right. At some point. It's funny you said that because when you're growing up, when you're in your teens, and then you get to your 20s. I'm still in my 20s, so, but anyway, you know what I'm saying? When you grow up, you get through your teens and you get through your 20s and stuff like that. Like, when you're young, you got your whole life, you think, mapped out. So you think like, okay, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. And in life, I'm going to just keep going to the top. And then I'm going to just be the best. And then when real life kick in, life go up, down,
Yes.
down, backwards,
all the way down,
forward again, all the way back down,
from side to side,
all the way up, all the way back one more time, and then we're gonna go down again. That's just how life is. It's crazy.
Well, and that's why I think, let's speak on children for 2 seconds. That's why I think for the young people, while making mistakes needs to be something that is accepted, acknowledged, and that you just simply, like I say, accept and move on from. Because, in my opinion, the kids need to see that when we making a mistake, we can acknowledge it, accept it, but what did we take from the experience?
Right.
And how can we do better next time? And one thing that I tell my daughter is, don't ever get so wound up in a loss or a mistake that you lose sight of all that could possibly be lying ahead of you, because as long as you're so wrapped up and wound up in that, you won't see what's coming next. You'll not only not see it, but you'll block what's coming next, or there's a potential for that. And always remember that any great successor has had many, many failures. Any great successor has had many, many failures.
True that.
Now, there are successors that have not had that many failures, but I really wonder how they would behave and what their character would be like if they were to fail after a lifetime of no failures.
Right.
So.
Well, that's funny you said that, because failure humbles you up. Mm-hmm. I tell people
or
all the
humbles
time.
you down.
Look here, I tell people all the time. Well, not people all the time, but I frequently tell people that I'm close to, or people that I socialize with, that I trust. like I even told this to I think I told my girl this recently. I said if I was a millionaire in my 20s, my early 20s, I would have been out of control. So
Right.
I was like, God said, no, sir. I can't make you no million. Not now. I would have been out of my 20s. Shh. 22, 23. A millionaire. Man, I would have been out of control.
Right.
I would have been way out of control. So I think he was like, yeah, you got to go through the slow grind, homeboy.
Right. I think sometimes whenever we are going, like you said, when we're young, we think we have it all planned out, mapped out. And then 10 or 20 years pass and we're like, dang, a decade has passed, another decade has passed, and I haven't accomplished what I set out to do. But what people are failing to realize, besides the fact that they haven't taken action, which is a major reason why we haven't accomplished certain things, which I'll extend a little bit on a side note by saying don't feel bad about your timeline if there are things in your journey that you needed to learn and prepare you for that spot you need to be in. If it didn't happen on a certain timeline or society's timeline or someone in your family's timeline or expectation, that doesn't matter. You know what you're working towards and you'll get there when you are ready.
Right.
Everybody has a different journey. But you're right. We have it all mapped out. And then when it doesn't happen, I think that, like I said, aside from not taking action sometimes, there's this thing about not being quite ready. Like you said, you would have done this and this and that with all that money then. Well, for example, my goal is to like find a way to help the world or relieve some people, of the stresses of life. Whether it's like bill paying or take them on a trip after they've had long years of taking care of their family and not ever
Right.
doing anything for themselves. Just take their mind off of something for a second. Or give people the motivation and the hope that and understanding that they can change their situations and do better. And I know that in today's time that you can accomplish sometimes more things when you do have money, the funds to do it with.
Absolutely.
But you're right. If you're not ready, I mean, who knows? I could have said at 19, oh, I'm so ready to help the world, change the world, right? And if all that money that I thought could have helped me do that landed in my hands, I could have acted on impulse and not really known what to do with all of it at one time. Told the wrong person and then something happens to it, or not had the certain things in line, security or stability to back me up on how I did want to disperse, or wisdom and knowledge behind it, on how I did need to disperse these funds. So I think that we go through situations over and over, even when we think we've learned that lesson. Obviously it's appearing in your life because there's something more you need to do about it.
True that.
So, or still a way that you need to adjust yourself to be able to properly receive this or hold on to it. And then sometimes we have to accept that some of these things are not for us because we have to realize the intention behind why we even want them in the first place. And then once we realize the intention, we might realize that they're not necessary to our true growth as a human being on this planet.
Hey, okay,
Gem spitter.
Dr. King. Hey, that's real talk though, because a lot of people go through a lot of different situations. You will be amazed. I'll be like, I could never go through that. But
well, we sometimes look at people like, why is this person going through that? Oh my God, I would not put myself through that. Like, can you not see what you're putting yourself through by making this decision or by dating this person or whatever? But what we don't realize off on the sideline or in the background is that, well, apparently, although it seems like this person keeps going through this over and over and over, they have yet to learn the lesson, which is why it keeps manifesting into their lives right in front of their face.
Right. That's another topic for another day, what I'm about to say. But one thing I've always asked certain females, I'm like, why do you continue to go through that with this guy? Mm-hmm. So as a guy, we don't understand it, but as a woman, it's a whole different perspective. I just be like, I don't get it. Like, why would you even?
Well,
I'm done.
you
I
said
can't
that was a
even.
topic for another
I'm
another
like,
episode. So, but we can get into that on that next episode
I'm like,
if you want to.
I'm like, yo,
I
I
don't
don't
have all
get
the
it.
answers, but I can explain a little bit of it. But
I just don't be understanding. I'm just like, I don't see the vision.
you don't see the vision. I don't see the vision. It appears as if you don't even see the vision. Why are you still trying to be in the vision?
Right.
Let me know when you want to talk about
Oh yeah, that one
because
coming up soon. Don't worry, you'll be back. You'll be back real
I don't
soon
have
for
a
that
whole
topic.
lot of experience dating, but I have that long. I usually put a couple years in to each relationship. There's not a one this week and one next week with me.
Right.
So I got that type of experience.
Long-term
we can talk about
commitment.
it.
Wow. Well, shout out to Designs by Shine. That's your cup.
Shout out my beautiful royal blue, sparkly, amazing. Got me wanting to get a nameplate with Mandy B on it to match the blue on my cup.
Yep.
How did she know that I like to drink wine?
Go on, get that
Designs by Shine.
That license plate.
Custom license plate, cup. What else? She can customize
Shirts.
about anything.
hats. You had to ask her. Stickers. I'm serious. Yeah. Logos,
Whatever you need, ask about it, inquire,
flyers.
and they will let you know.
Man, name it, she does it.
But I will say this. I don't know if Gym Spitters will be a page that lasts forever or not. Do you mind if I
Go ahead, do your
I
thing.
speak on this? But like I said earlier, it's just something when something really resonates with me, or some folks that I know have a certain belief and sometimes they don't know how to put into words, that those are the people and the things they're saying. Those are the people and the statements and voices that I like bringing to that page.
Right.
There hasn't been a ton of interaction on that page, but I hope to do more, because I definitely, when I came up with Gym Spitters, that's something that I'm not gonna lie, I vibed with. So hopefully, if I do keep it going, and then the others too will vibe with it. And I also want to mention that there is a Happy Living Book Club with Mandy B page on Facebook. That is where I'll share the books and things that I feel like hold a lot of truth and knowledge for the world, that I think have been either not acknowledged or held back from us up until now. So keep an eye out on that page. I may not post weekly, but there is some extremely valuable stuff on both of those pages. No matter when you check into them. Okay, so
You definitely need to do a YouTube channel for that. For like the books
You
and
know,
stuff. If you do a book and do a review, you get them millions of views and you start getting paid, do not forget about us.
Oh, absolutely not. I would never forget about my people. Then this one thing about me, y'all, about this life stuff, I've been inconsistent too. So don't feel bad or get down on yourself if there's things you wanted to start and you stopped and start and stop. What you're really passionate about, just focus on it. You know, weed out the people in the environments that are distracting you and get into it. Even if it's a little disorganized, just start. And with that, my problem was that I was starting to read entire books to people on my live. And so I think
books.
what it was doing was consuming so much time that I felt watchers or viewers would like lose their interest, because it was just taking up so much, not even lose their interest, but just literally not have the time to listen to the whole thing.
Yeah, you ain't
So
no
thank you
live
for-
audio book.
Right, exactly. It's hard to do it. Right, but that's me not
Yeah,
knowing, what
literally.
I'm doing, just starting somewhere. But thank you for dropping the YouTube page, because that's been a figment thought, that's like, I need to start this.
Start
but I
that.
just don't know how I'm going to go about it. And you plugged the word reviews, and so I find that very helpful, because maybe if that's the way I go about it, then that's a better way for it to be received
So what you need, I'm gonna see what you think about linking up with a book writer and you know what I'm saying, working that out.
Writing my own?
You know Omar Tyree?
I don't know that I know a guy named Omar, but I don't know if I know this one. I'd have to see a picture.
Yeah, I'll show you. He a pretty well known book writer. He was the man back in the day, like the man. He did a book drive with me in February.
So I might have met
there.
him then.
He was there at
I
the
think
book
I met
drive.
him. Well, here's the thing though. I've been wanting to. I've always had this notion that I'm supposed to write a book or several.
Me too.
Right. Okay. So then you should. And I literally,
Yeah, I
you
got
should.
some stuff to talk about.
You should. But so yeah, I mean, we can definitely link up because I'm sure there's some stuff he can share with me, and then
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm
we
gonna
get
reach
it
out to
popping.
him. I ain't heard from him in a minute. But my favorite quote. Well, I got a lot of favorite quotes. Excuse me, let me.
Now, I know what it is, y'all. His favorite quote
No, you
is
don't.
"Get money, F you."
Nah,
You know the rest. B.
that ain't it.
Well,
That's-
I will say this: when
part
you
of-
mad,
that is part of
when
it.
everybody done piss you off, though,
Yeah.
that will become somebody's favorite quote.
Absolutely.
Man, fuck, man, pump this shit right here. Boo, 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 man, get money, bitch.
That's happening in a lot of people's lives.
Sometimes you
That's
gotta
true.
just click in to
That's
that
true.
and then click right back out of that mode, just so you can get through the current moment.
That's true. A lot of people go through that.
And then get back to your heart mode, where you think it from your heart, and a balance between the heart and mind. But we're going to talk some more about that another
Absolutely.
time.
So, my favorite quote. Well, I got a lot of them. Not a lot, a few. It's the difference between good and great.
Oh.
Ooh,
Damn you, baby.
Yeah. It's the difference
You made me
between
feel
good and great.
extra vulnerable.
See, great. Everybody can be good at something. Paying attention to details make you great.
Ain't it, though? When you, right?
Working hard
So
when
you just
nobody.
made me feel really good.
Right. Well, working hard.
You know what?
Working hard when nobody's watching. That's what make you
You
great.
just, and that's where that integrity, them real morals set in.
Right.
Them ethics.
You can be good in public. But,
Right.
But when you doing your thing, when the camera's not on and social media's off, that's what separate. That's what separate the difference. That's how you know.
I'm sorry, but y'all know we know a lot of those. I'm gonna tell you this. Sometimes there's been times I've gotten down on myself because I'm like,
We all have.
I'm just saying, like in workplaces or situations where there is a need to put the work
Workplaces?
in, and
started.
it seemed like everybody start coming at you or against you or something like that. And I'm not. Now, mind you, I'm not someone who automatically has that mindset. I don't form that mindset until someone or that assumption until it is made obvious to me, blatant. And let me tell you, it sucks when you know that you really do pay attention to detail, this and that, and everyone around you is just so swift at getting through stuff. They're making it seem like they're actually accomplishing things, but then that's exactly why you're not getting the credit you deserve, because you're the one sitting back, taking the extra time to pay attention to the detail.
Right.
But I say this, don't let your mind get caught up in worrying about trying to be recognized, because that attention to detail will come into play, like you know what I'm saying?
Right. That recognition,
And
especially
it
in
will,
the workplaces.
it will make a difference somewhere,
Overrated.
someday.
True that. We
Where
got
it's
another one I
supposed to.
Use failures as opportunities.
Oh, absolutely. That's what we were speaking on earlier. Every failure is an opportunity. Every failure, every loss, every sad situation, every bad decision, anything that does not go perfectly your way is absolutely an opportunity to even just see a different angle of the situation. Perspective.
And my last one, and this is the one that I used to use when I was single. Oh man, and it worked. It made some people think.
Okay.
Why settle for good when great is available?
What? Let me find out.
Let me tell you.
Snap. Hold on. Let me tell you something. All right, I'll tell you this. I ain't saying bank everything on tarot card reading, but I did have a homegirl spread the cards for me one time, and she said, honey, you got all these cups in front of you. The world is full of choices. It's really, you can make any choice you want. It's just up to you. So, you're right. Like, oh, man, that's a hard subject for me to talk about.
Settle for good with great is available.
But I will tell you this. I will tell you that I was young, and I had this situation where I dated someone who was now, if anyone who knows me knows I don't go off of outer appearance to judge how much I'm gonna like somebody or not. That's just a plus if I get that. But I will say this. I purposely dated men that were unattractive when I was younger because I felt they would be good to me. And when even they shat on me, I said to myself, well, now why the hell would I ever settle again? Because I mean, if the not attractive one gonna cheat on you, and you think you got with him because the good looking one gonna cheat on you, really it ain't got shit to do with looks. It's all about that character.
Yep.
So honey, you better go get what's yours.
It's all about character.
You better go get what you want.
And integrity.
Thank you, honey. Thank you.
So why settle?
Why?
Yeah, that's mine. I still use that as far as when I talk about football.
I mean, you got one life to live, though. Like, literally, go as far as you want. Push the envelope. Do what you do.
Right.
I think there's a balance that can be found between living full throttle and still being considerate of the others that surround you.
True.
I think there's a way to find that balance. And there's some situations now you won't be able to find that balance. But remember this, you can't please everybody. Be you above all.
That's one thing my mom always tell me.
Can't please everybody. Honey, I done been drained. I done tried to pour from an empty cup all my life. Take it from someone who knows and has been drained so empty so many times that by the age of 31 and a half, finna be 32, you finally realize if you try one more time, you might just die. And let me tell you something, I'm only a third of the way, if that, through my life. Honey.
31 and a half. Gotta hold on to the halves.
Y'all better realize before I did. I'm gonna tell you that.
Gotta hang on to that half. I tell you that. Believe that.
We got a whole nother half to go.
Because I'm telling you, as you get older, the days go by faster. The months go by quicker. The years go by even more fast.
But the getting out of bed goes by slower.
You ain't lying. I think I cuss every morning.
Knees be hurting.
Man,
side of the elbow be hurting.
Damn, man. Wake up like, hold on, man. Hold on. Gotta get it. I need a few minutes.
Hold up. Yeah, because you might stand up too quick and faint. Let me tell you something. 2 nights ago, 45 seconds, let me tell you, my nephew spent the night with me, both of them. One of them is a baby. He's about a year and a half. The other one, he's in 2nd grade. He heard my daughter and the nephew getting up ready for school. They cracked the door to see if me and the baby was awake. Let me tell you something. This 1.5-year-old baby stood straight out that bed, straight out his sleeve, all with a big-ass smile on his face. A shit-eating grin from ear to ear. I was like, oh, my God. I have never seen, this is superhuman. But that's just that young blood. You know, that's that young blood. It didn't face me yet. He didn't even get dizzy. He didn't nothing. I'm sitting here like, damn.
They can be gone as soon as they open their eyes.
They one way. He was one way through the house.
Me?
I thought he was the one getting ready for school. Boy, I was like, what?
I got to talk to myself when I wake up.
Right. I need 45 minutes of coaching.
I be like, hold on.
A 30-minute or to an hour meditation session.
I'm serious. If I get on the edge of the bed before I stand up, I be like, all right, hold on.
Right.
All right, hold on.
Gotta rub the knee before you bend it out. Step up.
All right, hold on. Sometimes I'm looking at my dog like,
you gonna have to give me a minute.
Oh,
He's
no,
sitting
bro.
there wagging his tail.
Ready to go. Mm-hmm. Ready to jump out his skin. Mm. Well, it looks like we covered a lot. Next episode, we talking about relationships.
Oh Lord, yes, let's do it. I'm so ready. I am so ready.
Yeah, we talking about relationships next episode.
I am glad to give my opinion and beliefs on some stuff. Now, I
Word.
don't mean it gotta be Bible to you, but I'm telling you, I'm so ready.
Word.
Because I'm somebody who don't typically give it all out until it's asked. Oh, so he done asked for it, y'all.
Ain't
So
nothing
y'all
wrong
finna
with
get
that.
it.
Well, you got anything else to tell the people before we bounce?
I don't have anything else, but you guys, you need to stay tuned in to the Motivated Podcast, because let me tell you something. He's an awesome dude, and he's really trying to bring y'all the real and from all different angles, like a Rubik's Cube.
You
know?
heard it.
So keep up with your boy. He's on to some good stuff, and man, you know, you can check into me in the next year too.
Check out Mandy Rae.
I don't give myself enough credit, but I'll have some stuff for y'all in the next months, year or two.
Word up. All right, y'all. We about to go spit some gem spitters. So
Spit them gems, pow pow pow.
y'all,
Hey.
y'all take care. Watch the Ravens play, and watch the Lakers play, and follow Stay Motivated Podcast.
Golden.
And we out. See ya.